Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Coastal, also known as Marventus, bringing you another pro cast featuring a Zerg opponent, as I occasionally do. Now, let's see what we have here. We have got the Protoss, Teal Protoss, Mr. ATNSocke here in the bottom left-hand corner, and in the bottom right we have our Zerg player Lalush. Two high-ranked diamond players here. We should be in for an outstanding game. Let's see how we do. Right, now in the first minute of the game, not a whole lot of excitement as you can imagine. We are droning up and working on the economy on both sides. Lalush pummeling away the drones and then sending an overlord left across the map to see if his opponent is in the near space, which he is indeed guessing right in this particular case. And our Protoss player is heading out with a probe and, yes, heading out scouting after flopping down the pylon. Interesting map, this one. Although I have, for the life of me, just at this moment forgotten exactly what it's called, there is a lot of opportunity for interesting play on this map. Many high and low points, many small entries, lots of places where ambushes can be laid or armies massed. Some interesting games that come out of this. Now we see Socke's probe heading to the right. Is he also going to be scouting the near position first? It certainly looks that way. Or is he? No, he's actually scouting the secondary position first, and then let's see if how long it takes him to find this particular base. Lalush's overlord still heading left. Now then, this game was actually from a tournament whose name I now forget, but I will make sure to add it in the description on YouTube. The probe has found its way into the mineral line of Lalush. Is he going to be up to some interesting shenanigans? You never know with Protoss these days. There are probes that pop up, cannon rushes that happen, all kinds of proxy pylons here and there. It can get weird and wonderful. But in this particular case, Socke looks like he is simply running around a little bit and checking out the lay of the land. Lalush now at 15 supply. What is he doing? Is he laying down a hatchery? He is. He's putting down a hatchery at 15 supply. Currently no pool out and no units out of any kind. Let's see if Socke can manage to exploit this in some way, because he does see the hatchery going down. He does see the fact that a pool is not down yet. We have another overlord heading across the map here, and we have a drone heading across the map over here. Now what is he doing over there? He doesn't know that the base is here because the overlord has just managed to go left now. So he's able to see where Socke is stationing up his base. We have a bit of an FPS issue right now, boys and girls, for some odd reason. I seem to have dropped to 10 FPS, not sure why. The hatchery now getting to about 40% completion. The probe still hanging out. Now finally a spawning pool going down along with the first gas at 14 supply. The probe still doing nothing more than running around the place. A drone doing its traversing over here and spots the early expansion. So Socke now also going for an early expansion. Both players looking like it is going to be an eco game, and Socke here ordering one of the viewers, Jabote, to leave the game. And away he goes. Currently nobody massing any armies, nobody doing anything other than focusing on an eco game. Now let's see how this evolves from here. The overlord peacefully hanging out in the main base. There's nothing here that can damage him for the time being, so he has lots of time to take a look around and see what's going on. We have the first gateway now up at the entrance, but nothing coming out of it for now. The first of the assimilators is going down as well, and gas production has begun. Chrono boosting out a probe there, and we have a cybernetics core coming up now to semi-complete that wall. Oh, there actually is a probe there, so the wall is indeed completely complete. So cybernetics core and one gateway. What can we be seeing out of this? Let's see what Socke's strategy winds up being. Lalush now starting to put together the economy on the second hatchery as well, and still only on one gas. Couple of Zerglings coming out to deal with this probe. Is he going to get out of the way? No, he's not. That probe looks like he is indeed going down. Shields are down to 0. Will the Zerglings catch up? Yes, they will. Back on creep now for a little bit, heading around the corner, and that probe looks like it is not going to make it into the home base. Alright, the Overseer hanging out and seeing everything here as it happens. We have a forge going up as well. Is it possible the odd stalker or two may pop out to poke at this overlord? We don't know right now. The probe has made it to the middle of the map, down to its last 1.5 squares of health. How is this going to go? Is he actually going to make it to the wall despite my predictions of doom and death? In the red now, the last leg, up the ramp, round the corner, past the zealot, and he makes it. Unbelievable. The probe is home. It's a hero probe, ladies and gentlemen, a hero probe. And here we have an overlord hanging out in the top portion of the map. I've seen, many Zerg players do this. I am generally too scared to do this. I never send my overlords out on scouting because I simply assume that they're going to be sniped by some runaway air units, and I'll be sitting there completely supply blocked at the worst possible time. So I've always freaked out to do this, but it does seem to be a popular tactic. We have 2 Zerglings heading up here towards the ramp to see if anything's coming through. The first units are now starting to warp out. We have a photon cannon, 2 photon cannons there to watch out. And then we have the zealot and the sentry coming down to end this watching by the Zerglings. So 1 Zergling went down there, 1 escaped. Some excellent droning going on here, or probing going on here in the first expansion there, and the main looks reasonably saturated. Socke doing a good job of keeping his economy in line. And let's take a look at Lalush. We have a reasonable amount of similarity to the amount of probes and SCVs. Not SCVs at all, drones rather. We've got 39 to 36. Right, we have a couple of queens out, we have Zergling out, and you notice how late in the game it is. It is now in the 7-minute mark, and there's barely any units out for either. Income looking slightly ahead for our Protoss player, as to be expected. But on the whole, it is reasonably even. Now, huge amounts of production going on both sides, and upgrades and units coming out for both players. We have a Stargate coming out for ATNSocke. Let's see what that means. Are we going to see some early Void Ray harassment? Are we going to see some Phoenixes badgering these overlords? Let's wait and find out. In the meantime, a Hydralisk Den out, and the first Hydra is now coming out for Lalush. He's preparing for some form of Phoenix or Hydra what am I trying to say? Not Hydralisk, not Overseer, but Void Ray play. What is he knocking at? He's knocking at the rocks, taking down the back rocks, allowing him another speedy entry into the base. Not a bad idea, but also quite a dangerous idea. Let's see what Lalush is thinking here. Is he looking for a quick win? Is he going to mass Hydralisk, break down this base and come charging in? It's hard to say. Taking down these back rocks is like a double-edged blade. It can come back to bite you in the ass later. Let's see how this goes. We have got here 8 Hydras making a move out. The Phoenix has come, yes, harassing overlords as expected. And is that Phoenix going to make it? It just makes it on a ridiculously low amount of health. Here comes another Phoenix. Uh-oh. Is that one going to go down? The Hydras are not seeing it. Is it going to go down? I think it is. Yes, it goes down. There goes that Phoenix. It must have been rallied to that point. The Overlord spewing creep. This looks like it's going to be an early attack. How is Socke responding? There's a photon cannon or 2 going out. A couple of Phoenixes out. A couple of sentries out. Is he going to force field? Yes, he is going to force field that ramp. But the Hydras on... Yes, the pylon goes down. Now, how is that going to affect anything? Absolutely no effect at all, since we've got a couple of extra pylons over here. Now, the sentries are going to run out of steam on the shields in another 2 shields from now. That's another sentry being sniped off very nicely. Those Hydras have exceptional range thanks to the upgrade. 1 Hydra being sniped off by the cannon, second one going down as well. Is Lalush going to notice that? He's not. The second one goes down there as well. And what is he trying to say? He does manage to snipe out that cannon at the cost of 2 Hydras. And then we have more coming in to join the fray. 4 more Hydras being sent in, metabolic boost being upgraded, and also a Spire going down. We have a robotics bay coming down for Socke. Is it going to be down in enough time? There it goes down right now. Another cannon has appeared. Look at the range on that Hydra. That's absolutely excellent that they can fire away from that range. Excellent job with the force fielding here from Socke as well, keeping this bunch of units at bay. But now the energy has run dry. That sentry still has got energy enough for a force field, but he's going off in some corner over here. I wonder why. We have yet more Hydras coming to join in, I think. Or are they hanging out over here somewhere? Oh, they're going out down the front. Ah, interesting. A 2-pronged attack. We have a few Hydras coming down the front while the original group continue to badger from behind. Let's see how this goes for Lalush. We've got some Speedlings coming up as well. Going for that Zealot. Is he going to make it? No, he's not. Zealot goes down. Nice force fielding there again by Socke, separating the units. Nice job indeed. Lalush finding a corner of the map where the cannon can't reach him. An excellent job, but going to be mowed down by units from both sides. We now have a Colossus in play. That should be what is necessary to keep these Hydras at bay. Let's see how this goes. We are now 12 minutes into the game, and this first foray of Lalush's is looking like it is going to be held off. Yep, so far so good. We've got one cannon doing a heroic job, but that goes down as well. We're now coming in with some of Socke's forces. There's more than enough here to deal with this Hydra push. There goes another Overlord. And in the meantime, another expansion has gone down for Lalush. So he's taking his third base to Socke's 2 bases, but Socke now out with 3 Colossi, a whole bunch of Stalkers, and this is looking actually quite dangerous. And here we have that situation where breaking down that back door becomes a problem if your push doesn't work. Now it's a shortcut entry for the returning foray, and those Overlords look like they're going to be in bad shape. About to be supply blocked here, Lalush. This could wind up being exceedingly dangerous. The Colossi are in the base, the drones are in trouble, and there's merely a handful of Mutas and Hydras to deal with this. This doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Those drones are being burnt away at a ridiculous pace. The Mutas are going down quickly to the Stalkers as well. Force fields holding the Queen at bay. This looks like Lalush has lost this game. The initial push failed, and the return from Socke is too strong. He's had time to macro up a decent army of Colossi and Stalkers, and this looks like it is going to be rough for Lalush to come back from this. Is he going to be GGing out of this? It looks imminent. That lair is going to be going down any second now. If that fails, there it is. And there is the GG. But Lalush goes down and Socke takes the day. And here we've got nice little epic finishing my screenshot here, as that lair is going to be taken down the next few seconds. So there you go, boys and girls. A risky move here from Lalush. Oh no, I said boys and girls again, and I've been asked by my fans not to do that. Let me rapidly go back there and say ladies and gentlemen, fellow gamers and citizens of the world. Right, yeah, the game is over. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, dislike, comment and subscribe, of course, and all that other good YouTube stuff that one does. I will be seeing you later. Have a lovely evening.